my Taurus babies. It's EJ from Taurota Tarot. Y'all like, what you doing here? You did updates already? Yeah. Well, I was feeling kind of shitty because yesterday I sat down here and I went through and did the weekend update. I was in a hurry. I believe I stand on my readings because I just know what I know and it is what it is. But I don't like being rushed, which is probably why I don't post as often as some other readers. Because I just don't rush the energy. That's just me and my shit. I'm kind of jealous of those that can move ahead. And it's one of those things, the more you do this, the more you do this. But I was just feeling kind of shitty because I ran through that reading and I think there was more to that reading for the weekend update. So Taurus, what you are getting from me right now is a bonus reading. I have new cards, and I've used them already in a couple of readings, but this is a TV series by David Corsi and Gero Giglio in Italy. And for some of the TV series, you'll recognize the card right away. For others, like, what the fuck? And some of you may know, and I don't know. I have certain things that I watch on TV, and then I have certain things like this that I grew up watching on TV. So anyway, I got the cards because they have strong energy regardless if you know the show or you don't know the show, and they are probably not as open as Sonia Choquette's cards and Trust Your Vibes, but they deliver a very clear message in a very deliberate way. And that's the kind of shit I like. Those of you that don't know me, I don't necessarily, let me just show you. I don't like these. Oh, okay, let me take it back. They're too traditional for me. And once you start reading with cards and you've been at it a while, this energy that comes off of it, and then after a while, that's the energy that sticks with the card. So, you know, when you see that, you know exactly what I'm getting ready to say. Unless the card is giving me a different kind of energy other than what's there. You're up all night, you're in your head, that's a sword card, blah, blah, blah. So I try to find cards when I'm choosing decks that deliver a little deeper. And that's how the Dig Deeper love reading got started. Because I listen to people do readings and it's like, well, yeah, but there's more there. So that's me and my shit. I think everybody has a purpose. I love all the YouTube readers because they all bring something to the table. But I know I'm a little quirky, so it is what it is. However, we are going to do this bonus reading. So, going up from the top to the bottom, you're going to have a what you want card, a where you are card, and the outcome. To the left of that, we'll have 2 for the challenges, and they'll sit on the other side of the where you are card, and 2 for advice, and they'll sit on the other side of the where you are card. I just flipped these out a few minutes ago to see how that would work. It looks like it's going to be okay. But Taurus, this is a bonus reading for you. I have enough cards here to clarify anything at this point. But right now, we're going to focus on the TV series Tarot. This is a Taurus bonus read for June. This will be for all of June 2019. We're going to go a little bit deeper. As always, I do my cards straight up. I don't do reversals. And as always, this is going to resonate with some and not with others. All right. So, let's see, Taurus, what we got going on. And actually, before I do that, let me do this, because I'm just curious to see what the overall is. There you go. I'm going to pull 2 from this deck for overall. Energy has been on me today, and it's been bugging me about doing certain things, so you're going to see a lot pop up on the channel today. Probably a little different than what I ordinarily do. Universe is 2 cards for bonus reading for Taurus of June 2019. Just 2 cards from the bottom of the deck. Overall energy, awareness, and hope. Right, dog it. I promise you that hope card will make itself known as always. The awareness, probably a lot of you are already going, yeah, I have been a little more aware. Yeah, it's that season. So, Taurus, what you want? That is the Knight of Pentacles. Where you are currently is the Hermit card. Outcome. Increased value and common sense. Doggone it. Let me just shake these up for the challenges. So your challenges are your hopes, wishes, and dreams. And dealing with crisis. Your advice on the other side of this is the World card and the High Priestess. All right, so here we go, Taurus. Let's take a looky hooey and see what we got going on. So, awareness. Whatever y'all are dealing with right now, I'll include myself in this as well. If you've been feeling like you're hyper aware, almost too aware of what's going on around you, yeah, well, this is confirming that you are. You're in your head, you're thinking about a lot of stuff, you're trying to analyze a lot of shit, and you're trying to work through the process. Very good, Taurus, that's a good thing. But you're aware. You're keenly aware of what's missing in your life. You're keenly aware of what you're lacking as far as love, money, job. You are keenly aware. Keenly. I can feel that and say that and stand up on a rock and tell the world. You are keenly aware of all of this. And there is an element of sadness to this because a lot of you feel like you are not where you should be. Let's just recognize the fact that the Hope card popped out. We'll come back to that. So, what you want? You guys want to know your shit. You want to be just like a detective, and you want to know, you want to apply what you know. So, for some of you that are educated, you got degrees and some other shit, certifications, some licenses, you are in a place where you think you can apply what you know to a better gig. For some of you, been through a lot of relationship shit. This card is applying to you. You want to apply what you've learned. And for a lot of you, you feeling like you cannot apply what you've learned to anything. You're either in an underperforming job or an underperforming relationship. Pick that out and do what you want with it. But that's the truth. And I feel that about myself in some regards. We are just underperforming. And we don't like underperforming, even though we like our luxuries and we like to be comfortable. We always like to be at the top of whatever we're doing. And to be at the top of something that's so easy for a lot of you, it's like, really? Is this all there is? Seriously? I went to school for all this, for that? So this is what you want. You want to be able to apply what you know better. Where you are, the Hermit card, a lot of y'all are just kind of looking around and turning around in circles. Now, this is just like every other Hermit card with the light. He ain't lost, he knows where he is, some other shit. But when you get introspective like this, the lack becomes obvious. I hate to put it like that, but that's true. So when you are in hermit mode, which is where you are right now, you're looking at the lack of. So if you notice in the room where he is, there's nothing in there but him, the flashlight, and the damn Venetian blinds. Pretty much, that's it, that's all. And his cane. That's it. That's it. There's nothing else. And it's really coming back that a lot of you are focused on what you don't have. And that's where you are right this minute. The outcome is going to be you understanding your increased value and you applying some damn common sense to the chaos, wherever that happens to be, job, love, whatever, You're going to try to apply the common sense. You're going back to the same thing. Application of study. You're going to try and apply some common sense to some shit. Okay, I know this relationship is going this way and I really want it to go this way. What common sense thing, what value can I bring to this? This is your outcome. That's where you're going to end up. When we get to the other side of the Hermit card, and if we just go left to right, challenge it here with the Star card. Hopes, wishes, and dreams card. It's just a different card with different colors, but it's coming back with a different kind of energy. A lot of you are struggling with your hopes, wishes, and dreams. And the issue, the challenge here is the universe wants to know, is what you're hoping and wishing for realistic? Now, and all of you law of attraction folks, and if I set a bowl of mayonnaise outside my door and walk around it 5 times and let the cat meow 4 times and the dog bark twice, the law of attraction will work for me. Okay, yeah. If that's where you're going with that, we'll go with that. But the real deal is, despite the fact that our minds can expand beyond whatever it is that we currently see, we still have to deal with the, fuck it, I'm getting ready to say it, practical application of life. You have to. So if you are looking for, I forget, what's his name, Chris Evans, is that the actor that does Thor? If you are looking for Thor to walk through your door, hammer in hand, or conversely, if you are looking for a resurrected Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr., to walk through your door, is that really realistic? Is that realistic? Is that really what's going on in your life? And this is a challenge, Taurus. This is one of our challenges. Knowing what's real, what's practical, and what we really can manifest from where we are. You can want to manifest that Bugatti, but, you know, are you in Bugatti manifesting mode, or are you in Toyota manifesting mode? I'm just saying. Are you in Lincoln Navigator manifesting mode, or are you in Kia Sorento manifesting mode? The universe is asking you to think about your hopes, wishes, and dreams, and not them ones that's way the hell out there by the moon, but what you're hoping for. Is it practical? Is it realistic? Can it really happen, so that you are not disappointed when you don't get the big pot, the $50 million jackpot, when you don't get it? I'm just throwing this out here because you're not, and this is what we need to understand about law of attraction and manifesting, and this is why I don't talk about LOA a lot. There's so many things that go into manifesting, and so many things to understand. That is one of 12 laws. It's not the only law. There's one of 12. And it's also one of 7 other laws that you need to know how they apply and where you are. Now, from here, I'm going to tell you the Google law of attraction, and not just the Abraham Hicks part. Get down into the nitty gritty if you're really trying to do LOA correctly, because there are several other things that go into, if you think positive, you get positive. You also need to understand the pendulum does not swing more to the left than it does to the right, i.e. the law of correspondence. Those are things that most people don't hear about. You just hear, oh, there's the secret. And they said I could just manifest a bowl of Jello whenever I wanted to. Well, kind of right, kind of not right. So here, universe is asking you, what you're hoping for. This is a challenge. Is it really realistic? Is it really the most realistic thing that you can manifest from where you are right now? The other challenge is knowing how to incorporate bad news, disappointments, and sadness into whatever you're doing without interrupting the flow. Oh, y'all like, what? How did she get all of that off of that card? I don't know, but that's what's real. This card is about bad news and crisis. Bad news and crisis. And this is the challenge. Do you know how to incorporate bad news and crisis shit? Can you flow with that without it turning you on your ear, albeit your Taurus, your tail, or your horn, and move forward and just take it in stride? Or does every bit of bad news and everything turn into a crisis because you're not looking at things in a proper perspective? hence the blindfold and the swords. Come on now. You're already in hermit mode. And while you're in hermit mode, you should be thinking about those challenges. The advice from the universe is quit fucking worrying. This is a world card in the TV series. Go eat some damn ice cream. Go sit down on your damn sofa. Watch some TV, binge something, do something. But at some point, if you're trying to manifest all this good sweetness, you're going to have to just, at some point, just go buy the ice cream and eat it. And let the universe take care of the rest of it. Because if you get so caught up in your hopes, wishes, and dreams, and how big they are, how small they are, you end up creating this kind of environment where you put on the blinders every time you hear something bad. I can't hear that because you need to know how to incorporate the good with the bad. Let me just tell you, I am the first person that has a hell of a time trying to incorporate the good with the bad. Because in my mind, anything bad coming my way is just fucked up. And so somebody has to pay in my mind. You're not going to just send me some bad news and throw me into a crisis. Really? And this is our challenge. I am in no way predicting that anybody's got bad news coming or anybody has a crisis coming. However, we are on planet Earth and this is life. Do you know how to absorb this without just killing yourself and putting yourself in a corner and cutting yourself off from the flow where you don't get no goodies? I'm just saying, this is the advice from the universe. The High Priestess. Name of the show is Bewitched. And this is probably a likeness of Elizabeth Montgomery. And if you remember, or if you've not ever seen it, I encourage you to get on YouTube somewhere. Somebody's got an episode of Bewitched on there. The thing with this character, now this is where I'll come in and explain some of these TV shows. She never used her magic just for shits and giggles. And even though this was a 30-minute sitcom, it used to come on TV back in the 70s, and it was funny. She had an interesting barrage of people, family members, albeit through magic, that would just pop up, and they would create. Let me just go here. The bad news and the crisis shit and some other shit. And she would never just use her magic just for shits and giggles, just to keep her husband at home or to get her little girl in line. She would never do that. She would always use it when she got here. So for those of you who do know the show, Endora would come and she couldn't manifest a fucking she could not come up with a spell to save her life. If she was trying to turn the lights off, I guarantee the whole house would be on fire. If she was trying to fix a cup of coffee, it would end up being a whole thing of Kool-Aid. She was always just off by one little thing. But that was the only time you'd ever really see this character use her magic. The advice from the universe is, you have this capability. We all do. And, as I said, our parents beat it out of us when we were 4 and 5 years old because they didn't know what we were doing. But here we are. This is universe's advice, you have the power to overcome this shit right here. You have the power to make this a reality in a realistic kind of way. You feel what I'm saying? So that you have this power, don't waste it. Here we go back to the awareness card. Come on, y'all. Be aware that you have this power, but don't waste it on bullshit. Don't waste it on bullshit. If you need to go sit down somewhere and meditate, I am by no means advocating anybody try and go find a couple cats and a kettle and a cauldron and do some crazy shit. I don't think witchcraft really is about any of that. However, if you have situations in your life that need some fine tuning, people just acting up and acting out, and they come in with the bad news and want you to stop what you're doing to help with their crisis, I would get in a mode of meditation. It's the best magic I know right now. Get in a mode of meditation, because meditating is going to take you to a place where you can see everything your part in it, their part in it, and some more shit. The universe is telling you have the ability to do this. So use it. Go sit down. You don't have to, people get so crazy and people don't understand people selling stuff. They want you to believe that, you need this, that, and the other to be a witch. You need this, that, and the other to practice. No, you don't. You don't. You come here with everything that you need. You can have things that are symbols, but for real, all of this is right here. And Taurus, all you need to do is go sit in the middle of your bed, go sit on your back porch, go sit in your backyard, in your front yard, in your damn car. Meditate on what you need to meditate on so you can manifest the things that you want and manifest the spirit of being able to roll with the punches. The outcome. You're going to bring the value. You're going to bring the common sense to everything that you're doing here. You will be able to apply what you know. As long as you remain aware and as long as you keep hope, you shouldn't have any problems. And that's as clear. I never had a reading this clear. This is as clear as this read. As long as you remain aware, I know that you are now, but as long as you remain aware, you will continue to bring value and common sense to whatever situation you're coming to. And that value and that common sense will pay off in spades. Trust me, it will. I'm going to leave it here, Taurus. I hope this was helpful. I hope this gets you through the month. Think about, with some things to think about. Don't let bad news and crisis throw you off your game. Obstacles and challenges are there to test our application of study. Come on now. Make sure your hopes and wishes are as realistic as they can be. And keep hope alive. I love you, Taurus. Have a good weekend. I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye, y'all.